Hello and welcome to the Academic Department Periodic Review Orientation. This orientation is designed to guide you through a process that reflects our shared commitment to quality, rigor, and continuous improvement. This process is not just a procedural requirement, but a process that ensures our programs remain strong, forward-looking, and aligned with the university's mission to advance student success and academic excellence. In addition to periodic review, the Office of Strategic Planning and Institutional Effectiveness, or OSPE, plays a central role in ensuring institutional quality and effectiveness. We support university and programmatic accreditation, provide data and research support for decision-making, guide new program development through external requirements, and facilitate strategic planning. We also offer training, consultation, and support throughout the process and are always a resource if you have questions or seek clarification during the review process. Our mission is to foster a culture of evidence and continuous improvement. We do this through student learning assessment, planning and accreditation, and compliance activities designed to create a culture of assessment, promote faculty engagement, and enhance university operations and services. After completing this orientation, you will be able to describe the periodic review process, understand the purpose and value of the periodic review process, identify resources that will support your review, and lead your unit in using the process to strengthen academic quality and student outcomes. Periodic review is one of the primary mechanisms used by the university to demonstrate a commitment to continuous improvement. It allows each academic unit to reflect on its progress, evaluate quality, and ensure alignment with institutional mission and strategic goals. As a unit, it's an opportunity to gain a clear picture of where the program stands, translate insights into opportunities, and develop a plan to guide your unit's strategic efforts during the time between reviews. A helpful way to think about your periodic review is to treat it like a wellness checkup. Reflecting on the mission and objectives of your unit will help you identify vital signs and help you assess the overall unit and the health of the unit. This can include enrollment numbers, student retention, research productivity, or faculty engagement. The review committee should ask themselves, what are our key indicators of vitality? How do we measure, benchmark, and interpret them? What external factors may influence our performance in the coming years? This process is both reflective and strategic. It's an opportunity to identify what is working and where proactive action is needed to sustain or grow. The periodic review consists of 4 steps, starting with the self-study. The self-study is your unit's narrative analysis that is prepared in collaboration with relevant stakeholders and supported by data. Second, the external review committee report identifies the unit's strengths and challenges and provides forward-looking recommendations. Third, the period of reflection or program summary, which is conducted in consultation with leadership to align resources and strategic objectives and identify action steps. And finally, there's a formal implementation plan, which is a concrete roadmap to guide progress and accountability until the next review. Let's dig a little deeper into each step, starting with the self-study. A self-study is your unit's opportunity to reflect deeply and assess where you've been, where you are now, and where you aspire to go. It gives you time to evaluate the progress on recommendations from the last review, to examine the extent to which your unit advances the university's mission, fosters student learning, and contributes to the broader community. The process also strengthens data-driven decision-making for planning and resource allocation. As your unit begins to think about the self-study, you'll want to identify a chair of the self-study committee. An ideal individual would be a senior faculty member with strong institutional knowledge. However, it's important to know that no single individual will be responsible for the creation of the self-study. Rather, you want to identify other members, including faculty and staff, who can bring their varied perspectives to the conversation and contribute their ideas for a successful future. Early in the process, identify members who will serve on the External Review Committee. This committee will review your self-study and are outside your department. We found that identifying members early prevents delays and ensures your security of high-quality reviews. This is one of the components that most people identify as the most valuable. Again, it is strongly encouraged that you make these arrangements early. Once your team is in place, your next step is to collect data that ensures your narrative is grounded in evidence. Data to support your narrative can include surveys, benchmarking, peer comparisons, and past assessment reports. Our office can help you identify data sources and connect with additional institutional resources. Finally, you will find templates, guiding questions, and examples on our SharePoint site. These can be found if you click on the blue box labeled Self-Study Materials on the SharePoint site. It's not necessary to address every section or every question. Focus on what's most meaningful for your unit's story and future direction. In addition to the guiding questions, it is also useful to include key documents such as your last strategic plan, organizational chart, progress reports, and summary information about the adequacy of your budget, facilities, faculty, equipment, or support from other university units. Input from constituents and stakeholders can be very useful to capture diverse perspectives and external insights. If you have a community advisory board, this is a wonderful time to engage them. What trends are they seeing? How are your alumni performing? You may also want to consider conducting focus groups with students so they have a voice in the direction of the programs. Additionally, including evaluation tools such as SWOT analysis provides a framework for identifying strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Next, we will look at the External Review Committee. The External Review Committee, or ERC, consists of individuals who are external to the department. At a minimum, a committee should be composed of 3 individuals, with at least one member who is outside the university. Units with programmatic accreditation may use accreditation reports in lieu of a member outside the university. The purpose of the group is to be an independent perspective, to review and validate findings in the self-study, and provide recommendations. Ideas for members can be faculty members, students, alumni, industry partners, or community stakeholders who bring value and context and perspective. Your unit and dean will collaborate to select and charge the ERC. Typically, the self-study committee will submit a list of recommendations of ERC members to the dean, and they will work together to finalize the committee. Typically, the dean will create a charge for the committee, which includes expectations and responsibilities. The ERC will examine the self-study, use appropriate data collection techniques to ensure accuracy, and engage in additional information seeking as necessary, assess the validity of the conclusions, identify additional strengths and recommendations for quality improvement, and prepare a final report. Their recommendations are designed to help strengthen your unit, enhance student learning, and align your efforts with institutional priorities. The unit is responsible for arranging the ERC's visit, including honoraria, travel, lodging, and food. Please note that an honorarium is not allowed for university employees, only those external to the university. Since the pandemic, virtual and hybrid visits have been allowed, offering flexibility for scheduling and cost considerations. While these options can be effective, on-site visits remain valuable because they allow reviewers to see facilities firsthand and engage directly with faculty, students, and stakeholders. Whichever format you choose, ensure the committee has meaningful opportunities to view appropriate spaces, access relevant materials, and connect with key individuals to gain a comprehensive understanding of the program. A site visit would ideally occur at least 4 weeks after the completion of the self-study. This allows enough time for the committee to review the document before arriving on campus. As a reminder, it's strongly recommended that you schedule these visits as early as possible. Now let's look at the implementation plan. After reviewing the ERC report, the unit will create an implementation plan which is intended to clarify goals for each recommendation from the review. Some recommendations may not be feasible, and others may not be applicable to the long-term goals of the unit, so you need time to reflect meaningfully to create an implementation plan that aligns to resources as well as the college's strategic mission and goals. Each goal should be translated into a clear, actionable goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For each action item, establish a timeline, who is responsible, and the assessment methods and resources needed. Finally, we will discuss the program summary. This component is what goes to the Kentucky Council of Post-Secondary Education, or CPE, which is the state's coordinating agency for higher education. The program summary synthesizes insights from your review and implementation planning. It's a point for both reflection and a strategic decision point for each of the programs within your unit. Based on evidence, leadership determines whether each program should grow, fix, or sunset. The program summary is due on May 30th in order to submit to CPE. Looking at the timeline, this periodic review process is an 18-month process. During the preparation phase, OSPE notifies the units in December and provides orientation resources. The Program Review Committee and external review committees are established at 12 and 10 months, respectively. In the review phase, the self-study is submitted to OSPE 4 months prior, and the ERC report 1 month prior to the May 30th deadline. The completion phase includes the submission of both the implementation plan and program summary to OSPE by May 30th. Some units, like the College of Medicine, have an alternative schedule. If your college has not been provided with an alternative schedule, then these deadlines apply. Please let us know if you need help accessing data or resources. We can point you to key institutional data, from faculty and research metrics to enrollment and completion trends. Another resource our office has is access to Lightcast, that connects with real-time labor market and skills data to align academic programs with workforce demand and improve student career outcomes. Our SharePoint site includes templates, guiding questions, ERC charge examples, and a training manual. OSPE can review drafts, provide feedback, and help identify additional data or strategies for improvement. Feel free to reach out at any point along the way. We are your partners in this process. If you have any questions about the process, please contact Chris Dennison or Rayanne Pearson. Thank you so much for your attention, and we hope you find value in the periodic review process.